Alrighty. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic Less Known Classics. This is episode number 2123 and Doubleshot number 2017. This episode we're discussing a Titans trade and a Hulk trade. And both are limited series. First up we have is Titans Burning Rage. Yes, this actually is one of these digital first books that was released as a miniseries. Now, these books, like in the case of, it was explained to me that the Wonder Woman come back to me, that one along with the Flash one and Batman Universe and the Superman one, those were originally released as giant-sized one-shots that were released at Walmart. And the DC's have reprinted the stories for these various miniseries. Titans, I believe, this is the only group that got this treatment. Yes. Everything in here is done by Dan Jurgens, with artwork by Scott Eden. The cover art is done by Dan Jurgens, Nora Ramp, and Alex Sinclair. By the way, the Titans are headquartered out of what looks like to be the San Francisco location, the one from that showed up in Ben Percy's run. Yep. Now, the lineup for this group is quite interesting, because we have Starfire, Beast Boy, Raven, Tim Drake Robin, and I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it. Now, you could say, oh, is this set during the Volume 3 run? You might ask. No, it isn't. As for when it's set place, I have no idea. You could presumably say it's basically a side story mostly. It came out because at the time there wasn't an ongoing series published for Titans. Well, let's see. This was released 2019 to 2020. Let's see, 2018. I believe we had the Teen Titans volume. We had the last volume of Teen Titans get wrapped up at that point. Actually, started publishing, but this was published on the side. So basically, you have Beast Boy come back home with deliveries and pizza. By the way, Beast Boy here has mutton chops. Yes, if you're curious about the Cyber thing when it comes to Beast Boy, if you're only familiar with other versions of Beast Boy, well, this is sort of adult Beast Boy. So, if I got called Disruptor, basically it seems like standard Teen Titans stuff. Of course, you have Beast Boy eating up all the pizza. Really hungry. He missed me. It's empty. Yep. So it turns out Disruptor is working for Hive. Yes, Hive. Which, it seems like this book is bringing in stuff from the Marvel and George Perez. Like, Disruptor, I think this may have been an original character, I'm not sure, but Hive. Wow, that's a pre-Flashpoint character. Yep. Oh, by the way, we have Tim Drake here in his Robin costume, except that looks more like his, from the appearance of it, looks like his alpha he had from the 2000s. But Raven and Starfire have got their outfits from post-Flashpoint. Well, actually, more like their Rebirth costumes. So it's Beast Boy. So, yeah. And then we meet a version of the Fearsome Five, where basically as we use some of the original members, we have Mammoth, Shimmer, Simon, and Gizmo. Yeah, these four were fun members of the original version of the group who made a debut back in the 80s, except they were led by Dr. Light. Yep, Dr. Light. Yep. Why are they here? 13 Titans villains. Of course they'll face them. So, then they have a brawl with the Fearsome Five, which lasts next few issues. Which, yeah, feels like really good stuff when it comes to Teen Titans. Mm-hmm. But that's only the first story I can hear. And then we lead into stuff with, get this, of all people, Steve Dayton of the Doom Patrol. Yep. This actually is another sort of revisiting from the Marvel and George Perez run, where he showed up, except he was sort of here. He's like, oh, let's say these kids get trapped in there. Like, at this park. Yeah, it's like, oh. Well, let's go to the party. We had to leave. Think it. This is the last day of coming. We can't come back. You've done this before, right? But, yeah. I don't know. Never pay attention, I guess. Yep. And, of course, this will see Steve Dane. It's like, tickets are refunded. Whoever tower costs the hotels. We do it in Virginia. Not responsibility. That's nothing. Oh, really? Well, if you can't. And she smashes the gates to let people in. I don't appreciate it, Starfire. I don't appreciate excluding others for my own benefit. Thank you. Have fun, folks. Yep, so basically, instead of having no park themselves, because they practically, Steve Dane practically got an entire park because he felt like it. He's rich. And we see a flashback of the classic Doom Patrol, the way they look back in the 60s, with Beast Boy part of the team. Awesome. Love it there. Yep. So, and then we see Return of Hawk and Dove. Yes. Hawk and Dove. Who I should point out, though, DC have not had these characters appear in the comic book since Titans Hunt were last seen back in 2016. These issues came out in 2020. These characters have not been seen in 4 years. And, of course, they're working with the Madmen. Yes, the Madmen for some reason. Oh, yeah, by the way, I suspect that Mento has become evil like he did back in the 80s. But we'll get to that. Yep. So, yeah, we have Mento, except that's not Mento. I'll get to that. So we had the Madmen work with Hawk and Dove. They cause trouble. And, of course, they don't know much about the guy. And it turns out this actually is... So the Madmen are working for the Butler. You could say the Butler did it. Yeah, and the reason why he did this, out of resentment towards Steve Dane for too much garbage. Yep, that is simply put the reason for this. That's why he basically... Okay. Yeah. But yeah, he gets defeated at the very end. But it's great to see Hawk and Dove and the Madmen. Like, oh yeah, Teen Titans stop me here. And then leads into stuff with Mongo and Black Star, which is interesting. Oh yeah, by the way, they actually take him on by stealing a spaceship from the JLA. Yeah, you don't see that in this continuity, that logo. Yeah, this comic is the only time you'll see it. Good fight scene here. Yeah, an overall really good miniseries. I do recommend if people are fans of the Teen Titans. Dan Jurgens does a great job. He proves the fact he can write the Teen Titans competently. But it's called Titans Burning Rage. Of course, we have had 2 miniseries featuring a version of the Titans. I kind of wish this was turned into an ongoing series because this was good. Really freaking good. I loved it. I'm going to talk briefly about this. I'm going to go. We have Hulk Grand Design. This was a miniseries released a few years ago. And by the way, this actually is the treasure edition of this miniseries. Mostly probably just recapping. A lot. Basically, it's written, drawn, colored, and designed by Jim Rugg. It's basically him going through Hulk's history in the Grand Design style. Like, it's a bridge retelling of 60 years worth of history. That's basically what this book is, and it's really good. Oh, by the way, we have reappearance here by Savage Dragon, of all people. Yes. One point, I think it was later in the book, when they get into the 90s. They actually have reappearance by Savage Dragon. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, there's Savage Dragon right there. Yes, a brief cameo by Savage Dragon from Image Comics. For reasons. Yep. But yes, like, if you're interested in getting the Hulk, this would be a good way to check out some stuff. We even have in the back of the book basically a source material of where they get all the images from this book, which is so nice. Yep. And, well, just basically a good promotion material for Hulk. I give this book roughly a 10 out of 10. It's just really good. Nothing really wrong with it, per se. It's just that It's odd enough this book basically never got followed. I'm glad Hulk got one. I mean, as far as I can tell, the characters got one. The X-Men had 3. Excuse me, Fantastic Four's had them. Hulk's had them. A lot of our characters can basically use this. Spider-Man, he can use several of them. My gosh, there's a lot of stuff for him to cover. Yep, but yeah, I'm going to end it here. So, see you all later for my review for Trigon Stampede Episode 6. Bye.